Hey guys, it's Courtney here from Cosmic Clarity Astrology, and I just wanted to come by and do a super quick video because this is what an astrologer thinks about and does. Basically, what I want to talk about today is Kylie Jenner and her financial downfall. I just heard a YouTube video on this, and she used to be a billionaire, one of the youngest billionaires, and now people are talking a lot about if she still has money, if her businesses are a scam, if she's gonna basically have some type of financial downfall. And so the first thing that I think is what's going on for her astrologically. And this is her birth chart. She has an accurate birth time. When you go in Astro Theme, you can see the accuracy. So I just wanted to briefly touch on what it looks like when we're going through a financially hard time, specifically looking at her example. So in Kylie's chart, she is a Capricorn rising, and she also has her second house in Aquarius, or Aquarius is in her second house. Both of these signs in traditional astrology are ruled over by the planet Saturn. So Saturn for her will describe her personality and how people see her, and even her appearance, and that makes sense with Capricorn being very business driven. I think she got a lot of notoriety for all of that. And then the second house is always our finances. So how are her finances functioning depends on what's going on with her Saturn. So her natal Saturn is right here at 20 degrees of Aries. And we can see that around the middle of April 23rd of 2024, Chiron was passing over her Saturn. Chiron is an asteroid that pretty much every time it's going over a planet brings up some type of negative circumstance, something that's often very emotional or triggering for us. And so since Saturn is her planet in charge of both her public appearance, her personality, and how people perceive her, as well as her financial life, having Chiron pass over it is basically bringing her negative attention as well as negative financial implications. Now, Chiron is moving past it currently, but I'm sure it will come back. Let's just fast forward because Chiron is quite slow. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like it will be coming back in November, around November, October time. So I really feel like a lot of these themes she will be revisiting at that time. The other thing about this is that Chiron is making a quincunx to Venus. So Venus inherently talks about money and self-worth and beauty and image in some degree. And Chiron making this hard aspect to it is also going to indicate troubles with money and with feminine appearance as well. And I know a lot of people have talked about, her aging process. One of the things that I find really interesting that I learned about from another astrologer, if I remember his name, I will link it down below. One of the things about Saturn is it's a very karmic planet. And we know, or if you kept up with the news about Kylie Jenner, you know that in her content, she made Forbes believe that she was a billionaire when she actually wasn't. So she lied. She lied to one of the biggest, news or magazine companies out there. And so there is bad karma that she's kind of racked up. And then on top of that, she started quite a few businesses recently where the products were not good products and there wasn't good customer service. And a lot of people are starting to speak out now about their experience with her brands. So we can see that there's energy building up karmically with Saturn. And what I think is that when Saturn passes over her south node, she's going to have some kind of karmic emptying out or dumping or materializing of bad karma. So I heard another astrologer talk about this as a fall from grace, where all the stuff from the past, all the stuff that was judged up that they were trying to hide or that they, were so glamorous that you couldn't see at the time, that all comes kind of back to haunt them. And so this is going to happen for her around, let's see. It's going to be a second for her before this is exact. It looks like it's around February of 2025 that this is going to happen. So look out for news on Kylie Jenner in February 2025, and just notice if you see anything that feels like the past coming back to haunt her in some type of way. At this time, Chiron will also be over her Saturn again. And so whenever I see this as an astrologer, I'm like, okay, there is a double transit into 2 negative transits, basically, which indicates a pattern and indicates something that is likely going to be not fortuitous for her. On top of this, the south node for her is in her house of finances. So when Saturn does pass over it, I do think it could have financial ramifications, whatever does come to light in terms of her, public persona and things from the past. So I just wanted to give that super quick message around what I'm looking for, in terms of transits to see what's affecting people financially. I will look at the planet in charge of the second house, which for her is Saturn. I will look at Venus, which again, Chiron is aspecting both of these planets. And I will look at what's happening within the second house, because this is all what's related to money. So if you're ever curious about looking at your financial year, you can draw conclusions based off of the transits happening with that. And of course, if you want a reading from me, I can always do that for you too. In my readings, I do offer forecasts for the year ahead. So hope this is helpful or curious, not to talk shit really. It's just out of, an astrological curiosity to see what is corresponding within the sky as what's going on with the media. Because I'm always very interested in people's kind of fluctuating perspectives and how the tides can change based off of the favorable or unfavorable astrology. So this is my message about Kylie. If you guys enjoyed this, please comment down below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and have a beautiful day. Bye.